His Excellency Syed Yusuf Raza Gilani, founding chairman of ISC and chairman of the Senate of Pakistan, Samdech Moha Borvor Thipadei HUN, President of the Senate of the Kingdom of Cambodia, Samdech Moha Borvor Thipadei HUN, President of the National Assembly of Cambodia, His Excellency Secretary General of the Inter-Parliamentary Speakers Conference, honorables, speakers, and presidents of parliaments, distinguished guests, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor and privilege for me to address this gathering at the opening sessions of the second Inter-Parliamentary Speakers Conference in Cambodia, here in Phnom Penh. On behalf of the Royal Government and the people of Cambodia, I extend our warmest welcome to honorable speakers, heads of delegation, distinguished guests, parliamentarians, and representatives of international institutions. Your presence in Phnom Penh today bears testimony to our collective commitment to meaningful dialogue, institutional cooperations, sustained peace and shared prosperity at a time of profound international uncertainty. I wish to express my deepest appreciation to the Senate of the Kingdom of Cambodia under the leadership of Samdech Moha Borvor Thipadei HUN for organizing this important conference and bringing together legislative leaders from diverse political systems and continents. As Samdech HUN will elaborate on the complex global geopolitical landscape and international situations, and the role of parliamentary diplomacies can play in preserving dialogue and confidence. Allow me to approach our common theme from another complementary perspective, that of the Royal Government of Cambodia's action and practical construction of peace within nations. Peace is the precondition for development and progress. It must be defended internationally, protected by law, and sustained by resilient institutions. Above all, it must be translated into shared prosperity and tangible improvements in the lives of our peoples. For Cambodia, this conviction is born from our own history, from war to peace, from peace to development, and more recently, from a painful reminder that peace, however long it may endure, can never be taken for granted. Samdech Excellencies, members of the legislative body, and distinguished guests. Cambodia's tragic history and remarkable nation rebirth offer a fundamental and universal truth. Peace is a nation's most precious capitals. It is the indispensable foundation upon which human dignity, social justice, institutional stability, and sustainable progress must be built. For Cambodia, the hard-won peace was achieved through Samdech HUN's historic win-win policy in 1998, putting an end to decades of tragic conflict and national divisions. The peace dividend created the conditions for reconstruction, poverty reduction, infrastructure development, and deeper integration into regional and global markets. Peace enabled our society to invest in healthcare, empower our youth through education, and transform our nation into an active, responsible contributor to international affairs. Yet in 2025, after 26 years of uninterrupted peace, the longest period of peace our nation had known in 500 years, wars returned to our internationally recognized borders with Thailand, threatening Cambodia's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Lives and livelihood were lost, families displaced, and local development adversely affected. The ceasefire reached on the 27th December 2025 holds, but the situation on the ground remains fragile as thousands of troops on both sides remain stationed face-to-face along the border and no de-escalation measures have yet taken place. The core issue, territorial integrity and sovereignty under international law and existing agreements remain unresolved. Despite the fact that both sides have agreed under Kuala Lumpur Accord, the KL Accord of 26 December 2025, and the joint statement of 27 December 2025, to allow survey and demarcation works by the Joint Boundary Commissions, JBC, based on existing agreements to begin at earliest possible in order to clear demarcation works between the two countries, to be done to prevent further dispute and allow displaced people to return to their home with safety and dignity. No demarcation works by the JBC have taken place. There are more than 21,000 Cambodian displaced peoples who are not yet able to return home. Furthermore, Thai troops still occupy many areas well into Cambodian territory, even beyond its own unilateral claim boundary line. Thai military activities to create fait accompli on the ground within these controlled territories, such as laying barbed wires and containers, building land infrastructure, both military and civilian, as well as issuing land titles to Thai citizens before demarcation works are completed, are of great concern. Despite these issues, Cambodia still adheres to a peaceful settlement of dispute based on international law and existing agreement. Our recent decision to initiate compulsory conciliation under UN clause to settle our maritime border with Thailand demonstrate our sincere desire to seek a fair and long-lasting solutions firmly grounded in international law. A peaceful resolution is in the shared interest of both countries and will contribute to peace and stability in the regions. It will protect sovereignty, strengthen confidence, unlock energy resources, support development, and create new job opportunities not only for now, but also for future generations of the Cambodian and Thai peoples. The border dispute between Cambodia and Thailand is not just about a bilateral issue, but also a global concern over respect for the international law, the UN Charter, including the principle of inviolability of borders and ASEAN Charter. On this note, Cambodia sincerely appreciates the support of the international community, including ASEAN member countries, for the ceasefire and a peaceful settlement of the dispute between Cambodia and Thailand in accordance with international law and the principle of UN and ASEAN charters. Cambodia is looking forward to their continued attention and support. In a broader context, law cannot protect peace if states are left alone when rules are challenged. This is where solidarity acquires its full meaning. Solidarity means defending the same principle for all nations, supporting the implementation of agreements, protecting civilians, preserving dialogue when relations become strained. It must move beyond declaration and become practical cooperations. Samdech Excellencies, member of the legislative branch, body, and distinguished guests. Our recent experience has taught us another lesson. Protecting peace at the borders is not enough. A country must also be strong to withstand economic, social, and institutional shocks that conflict and global instability can bring. For Cambodia, this is the meaning of resilience, the capacity of a nation to absorb a shock without losing what decades of peace have enabled it to build. Despite severe external pressures, Cambodia has preserved macroeconomic stability while accelerating economic diversification, strengthening domestic productions, and investing in logistics, energy security, and connectivity. Our objective is clear. Growth must strengthen national resilience, and opportunity must reach both urban centers and rural communities. Resilience also depends on effective institutions and the confidence of citizens. Cambodia is therefore modernizing public administration and using digital transformation to make public services more efficient, transparent, and accessible. Yet the ultimate strength of a country resides in its people. Therefore, the rural government is investing in education, technical and vocational training, healthcare, and digital skills so that our youth can adopt, create, compete, and face the future with confidence. A resilient society must also protect those most vulnerable, especially easily exposed to shock. In response, Cambodia has expanded social protection coverage from 3.3 million citizens in 2017 to approximately 8.5 billion in 2026. This protection preserves dignity and helps prevent economic shock from becoming a social crisis. The same principle applies to climate resilience. Developing countries needed fair access to climate finance, technology, and institutional capacities to protect their populations while pursuing a just green transition. Here again, solidarity must become practical. Resilience, however, is not an end in itself. Its purpose is to protect people, preserve opportunities, and ensure that the benefits of peace and development reach society as a whole. This brings us to shared prosperity. Samdech Excellencies, members of legislative body, and distinguished guests. Under the 7th mandate of the National Assembly and the Royal Government has launched the Pentagonal Strategy Phase 1 as a roadmap for Cambodia transitions toward its Vision 2050. Its purpose extends far beyond headline economic statistics. Growth is not an end in itself. It must create jobs and income, develop skills, improve access to essential services, widen social mobility, and give citizens confidence in the future. Peace gives governments the space to invest and develop. But for peace to become deeply rooted, its benefit must be visible in the people's daily lives, in roads that connected community, schools that open opportunity, health services that protect families, social protection that safeguards dignity, and employment that allows people to build a future. A society in which large segments of the population feel excluded or abandoned become more vulnerable in times of crisis. Conversely, inclusion, opportunity, protections of the vulnerable, and the social mobility strengthen national cohesion. Shared prosperity is therefore not merely an economic objective, it is a condition of national stability and durable peace. The circle is clear. Peace makes development possible. Resilience protects its achievement. Shared prosperity strengthens social cohesion, and stronger social cohesion in turn makes peace more durable. This responsibility cannot be carried out by governments alone. Governments and parliaments have distinct constitutional responsibilities, but they share a common purpose: to serve the people, preserve peace, and create a condition for durable prosperity. When formal diplomatic channels face strain, parliamentary dialogues can also help maintain communication and rebuild trust. Cambodia, once a beneficiary of international efforts to restore peace, has become a contributor to international public goods. Through United Nations peacekeeping, humanitarian demining, regional food security, and international cooperation, our country shares with others the experience, skill, and responsibilities born from its own history. Samdech Excellencies, members of the legislative body, and distinguished guests. Cambodia's journey carries a simple but strong message. Peace gives us opportunity to rebuild. Resilience enables us to protect what we have built, and shared prosperity offers our people a stake in preserving peace for generations to come. I wish this conference very success.